The kids are in bed? Welcome, everybody, to episode 55 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson, and this is Jenni Severson. Jenni, did you change your hair? I'm aware once again that I'm alone in my living room trying to be quiet because my kids are asleep. Jenni's out of town. But welcome to our post-Oscars, pre-Oscar show special. I am post-Oscar special Tim, and this is post-Oscar special Jenni. And we're going to be kind of filling in the gaps of the episode, so you'll be seeing us in and out as we kind of keep tally of the episode as we go along, and with the Oscars. So I'll just start with my just general thought of the Oscars. This is probably the first entire Oscars ceremony I've watched in a long time. And Conan O'Brien, can't miss it. Opened with The Wicked. Overall, though, pretty uneventful. Kind of boring. But we were invited to an Oscar party, and we were told to dress up. We will talk about that throughout the episode. So if you're interested in seeing, hang on till the end. We have a picture, and I think it's worth hanging on to see. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to pre-Oscar special Tim and Jenni. Kids are in bed?
Kids are not in bed. Welcome, everybody.
Kids are not in bed. This is the Oscar special. We're not as dressed up as we were last year.
I'll say.
But we have costumes to put on. Shortly after we get done recording this, we are on our way to an Oscar party.
It's the Sunday before the Oscars.
Yes.
The Sunday of the Oscars. It's Oscar Sunday.
It's Oscar Sunday.
You've watched 2 nominees today.
Yes.
We're in the lull between the party.
Yep.
Got to get our predictions out.
Yes. So we do have kids up and a friend over, so if there's commotion, our apologies. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
So yeah, this is our Oscar prediction post-Oscar show.
Well, that's confusing.
Yes.
It's all right.
Yes.
I'm following.
Well, it'll all make sense once people are viewing it. We'll talk about our predictions. We'll see how we do. And we can have our own.
Yeah.
This is a me
Every
versus
man for themselves.
Me versus you situation.
Not hitching my train to your wagon. Wait, what?
Wow. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm not sure that my wagon could pull your train.
You know what I meant. Something,
That's
hitching
what I do.
something to your something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's that now?
Yeah. So let's dive right in to our predictions. Which category should we lead off with?
We should kick it off just like the Oscars do.
Okay.
Supporting actor.
Supporting actor. Let's do this thing. Actor in a supporting role. Your nominees are Yura Borisov, Honora; Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain; Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown; Guy Pearce, The Brutalist; Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Do you want me to go first? Kieran Culkin. Final answer.
Yeah. I think this is a slam dunk.
Seems like it.
I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as a sure thing at the Oscars, but this is a sure thing.
Yeah, you would think so.
On lockdown.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I do have to say that I loved Yura Borisov immensely. Like, immensely. I really, really loved him in this movie.
Yeah.
But Kieran Culkin can't be beat.
Yeah.
Can't be beat.
Edward Norton was pretty good, too.
Edward Norton delivered.
It was a good performance. Yeah. And we watched The Brutalist today, and Guy Pearce also was pretty good.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I don't like Guy Pearce. I don't like him.
He's
very unlikable.
Yeah, he is.
I remember feeling that way about him. I can't remember what the movie was called, but he was in a movie a while back. It was like a time travel movie. He was supposed to be like the protagonist and likable, and there was a love story, and I was just like, I just am not rooting for you.
Can't root for you at all.
And I always think about him in The Count of Monte Cristo too.
Well, I think that's why he always plays villains.
Yeah.
Because he's so unlikable.
Right.
And to me, that's very much indicative of your skill.
Yeah.
You can't play a likable character.
Interesting.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wow. What an interesting thought. Because it's not like in real life there are people that can overcome looking like Guy Pearce, like where you're just like, you just kind of look like you're an asshole. Like people overcome that with a good personality.
Like, you're a nice person.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. I've never really thought, I've always just kind of thought like, sometimes you just got to play the hand you're dealt. But interesting.
I'm sure he's a very nice person.
I'm sure too.
Yeah. I thank you for pointing out Edward Norton. Crushed it. He killed it.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Kieran Culkin just can't be touched.
No, it's too good.
Too good. I think it was written for him. I mean, if it wasn't, it seems like it was.
Yeah, it sure feels like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Jenni, I have to say, you just look so different. I just can't tell what it is that's changed. And I have to apologize. It is a bit of a howler here in Rogers, as you can see from the dress. And you might be able to hear a little bit of the wind whistling through the windows. No surprise here. Kieran Culkin takes home the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. We've talked about it a lot. Real pain. This movie was wonderful. Kieran Culkin was so deserving of this award. It's a shame for everybody else who was in the category because he was just that good. So, Kieran Culkin. Tim and Jenni are 1 for 1. Back to them.
Well, moving on to supporting actress.
Yes.
Because I have the same vibes.
Okay.
About one of those nominees.
Yes. Which one?
Well, let's go through the nominees.
Okay. The nominees are Monica Barrero, A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande, Wicked, Felicity Jones, The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
Yeah. I was talking about Ariana Grande in Wicked.
Yeah.
She's not going to win. She's not even my I wish she would win.
Yeah.
But that role was just so perfect for her.
Yeah.
It was like it was made for her.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's not my vote. Who's your vote?
Okay. I think for me, it's Felicity Jones.
All right.
From
now, is this
who
you think is going to win or who you want to win?
I actually think kind of both. I like Felicity Jones.
All right. Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be upset with her getting a win. And as I look at the other nominees, I do think Ariana Grande is who I want to win it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I would be happy if it did, but if this was an actual bet and I had to put money down on it, I would say Ariana Grande is high risk, high reward, but Felicity Jones, man, she wasn't in a lot of the movie, and she put some weight into her performance. I thought she was very good.
Yeah, okay. I see that. It's definitely Zoe. I don't think if Kieran Culkin is a sure thing, I think Zoe's right behind.
Yeah.
I think she's got it. And I thought she was great. I loved Ariana Grande. Obsessed. Don't think she should win. You know who I actually really liked? I didn't know who this person was before this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Monica Barbaro. Never heard of her. Have you?
No.
No idea who she was.
Mm-mm.
I thought she was awesome.
She was very good.
I really loved her.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Zoe.
Going with Zoe. All right.
Yeah.
You're probably going to beat me on that one.
Yeah, I think so. I think you got a bit of a wild card there.
Yeah. I mean, I am going to stick with Felicity Jones, and I do understand that it's a bit with my heart, but I do think that she is categorized a little bit better. So here's hoping.
Here, love that.
Surprise, surprise. Jenni is 2 for 2. Tim, 1 for 2. Zoe Saldana did take home the Oscar. Once again, I will never deny that she was deserving of that award, although I do think that it's silly. But I was thinking about Kieran Culkin, and it's the same situation. So Zoe Saldana was very deserving. Unfortunate dress. That was the opinion of the Oscar party, and I would imagine the world. But congratulations on the Oscar, Zoe. Back to you, Tim and Jenni.
All right, where do we go next?
Adapted screenplay.
Adapted screenplay, here we come. Writing an adapted screenplay. Your nominees are A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing.
Whew. Now this is a tough one. Okay, here's my thoughts. My first thought is Sing Sing's not nominated for Best Picture.
Right.
It is highly unusual for the writing categories to go to films that aren't nominated for Best Picture.
Right.
Also, Sing Sing is very unique that I could be wrong here, but I think it's actually based off of an article. I watched Sing Sing. Sorry. Did I tell you this?
Oh, I don't think
Sorry,
so.
I watched it. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you.
Do you like a Sprite Tic Tac?
I would not.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It's amazing. It's so good. It is delightful. So I'm fairly certain, though, it's based off of like an Esquire article. Adapted gets funny because I might be wrong here too, but didn't like Barbie have to go into adapted because Barbie was like an existing character? Like it gets a little dicey for me. What's adapted and what's original, again, with the categorization. But I want to vote for Sing Sing here. But I don't think it's possible for it to win without a Best Picture nomination.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Nickel Boys. Like, absolutely loved it. We are not going to get ahead of our picks, but that's an important pick for me in Best Picture. But I think it's going to go to Conclave.
I do too. I haven't seen Sing Sing, but if I were to give it to somebody, it'd be Nickel Boys. But I do think Conclave wins this one. That's my guess.
I'm not happy about it, but it's my pick.
Yep. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Moving on.
Jenni is 3 for 3. Good on ya. I am 2 for 3. Conclave takes home adapted screenplay. The category nobody understands. But Conclave was deserving. It is a beautiful movie. It is a movie that's worth a watch, but it's probably a movie that's maybe a single watch. I'd probably watch it again. You know, if a good friend was watching it, I'd probably sit down and watch it. No, that's not true. I don't think I'm watching a movie about the Conclave with a friend. I don't know what circumstance, but there's probably one that exists. But Conclave was deserving nonetheless. Back to you, Tim and Jenni.
Actor in a leading role. Here we go. We have Adrian Brody, The Brutalist. Timothy Chalamet, Complete Unknown. Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing. Ralph Fiennes, Conclave. Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice.
Would you like to go first?
I would like to go first, and I think it's definitely Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
So we watched The Brutalist. Let's take this opportunity to talk about it.
Well, we watched it an hour ago.
Yeah, we just finished it.
Hot off.
Yeah. Hot off to you.
That doesn't even make any sense. It's brutal.
I loved it. I actually, it's too long.
Way too long.
It's too long, but I thought the pacing of it was great. You were bored, but I was always kind of interested in the dynamics that were at play surrounding his experience immigrating to the United States. I thought it was shot really well. I enjoyed the aesthetics of it. There were some really great scenes. And Adrian Brody was just out of control. I thought he was so good.
Yeah,
Like,
he's definitely the favorite.
yeah.
Yeah. to win, for sure. Interesting fact, on the male side, he's the only actor to ever win the Best Actor in a Leading Role who's under 30. And Timothée Chalamet is 29.
Oh.
So.
Man, and again, I wouldn't be mad if Timothée Chalamet won this one.
Yeah. I got some words to say about A Complete Unknown. I can save them till we get to Best Picture. Because we watched a lot of movies since last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched A Complete Unknown this week.
Yep.
I have thoughts. I thought Timothée Chalamet was amazing.
He was very good.
I have thoughts on the movie.
Yes.
But I think this is, I do think it's a lockdown for Adrian Brody. But actually, my favorite performance and who I'm rooting for is Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
Stop talking about Sing Sing. What is this? Is this like a joke? You just watch movies and then just come tell me how good they are? Shut up about Sing Sing.
You watched a movie without me.
Which one?
Substance.
You made me, and it was awful.
I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So I didn't make you. I wanted you. I knew we weren't going to have time to watch. We had a lot of movies to watch.
Yeah.
We barely got The Brutalist in.
I know.
It was Under the Wire. We even talked about not watching it.
Yeah, it was close.
I am sorry. Sing Sing isn't nominated for Best Picture.
That's true.
We were trying to watch all the Best Picture winners.
That's true.
It's really good.
Okay. I can't wait to see it.
He's my dark horse. I hope that he wins, but I don't think that he will.
Yeah,
I think it's Adrian Brody.
I mean, he would have to be pretty darn good to beat out Adrian Brody and Timothée Chalamet.
I think, in my opinion, delivered.
Wow. Can't wait to see it. But you're locking in with Adrian Brody.
Yeah, locked it in.
Okay. Actress next.
Move on.
Actress in a leading role. Our nominees are Cynthia Erivo, Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon, Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison, Honora, Demi Moore, The Substance, Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here.
So this is why I made you watch The Substance. Because Demi Moore is favored to win. I knew that I couldn't watch this movie, but I needed someone who I trusted with my soul to tell me whether or not she was deserving.
Okay, so it's been, because to be clear, I watched this movie at 7 a.m. this morning. So, it was a lot to take in the beginning. So I'm trying my best to separate her performance from the movie as a whole. And I do think she gave a very good performance. And there were some scenes that she did a really good job of. But similar to kind of Zoe, there's so much of the movie that she's not in. And then there's so much of the movie that she is a literal monster that I don't even know how to deal with that. When your mouth is stuck open on the back of a monster, is that acting? Was that her? I don't know. So it's like, there's confusion in that. So then, you look at the other performances. I mean, even just starting with Cynthia Erivo, I don't know that her performance is better than Cynthia Erivo's. I don't think it is. But I get that there's politics involved. So it's hard because
the Academy does to give Lifetime Achievement Awards.
How old is Demi Moore? 60?
Absolutely no idea.
50?
Gotta be 60. She's got to be in her 60s.
She was naked a lot. That's impressive at 60 to just be naked and look great.
Maybe she's in her 50s.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're not about it.
I'm not, but I don't know. But I don't have an eye for it like you, so I'm scared of leading you astray.
So Demi Moore was sweeping until the BAFTAs. And then Mikey Madison, I think, won the BAFTA.
Yeah.
So I do feel like there's some momentum her direction.
Yeah.
I personally, of this list, not having seen Substance, would go with Mikey Madison.
Yeah.
I thought she was amazing.
Yep.
So you're not swaying me. I'm just using your feedback as a data point. And it's moving. Your data is helping me to decide. I'm voting for Mikey Madison.
Yeah, that's my vote too.
The other thing is the Academy loves awarding young women. They make men wait until they're old.
Yeah,
but they love awarding young women.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The Substance was just...
I'm so glad I didn't watch it.
It was...
Thank you for doing that for me.
I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, the end of it was ridiculous. The amount of nudity was ridiculous. A monster secreting a boob that looked like an eyeball onto a stage. I'm just like, okay, what are we doing? It was just a lot. I got the message was received. I understand the symbolism, but it was just very
too much
gratuitous.
Yeah.
Especially
style
on a Sunday morning. My goodness.
All right, we're locking it in for Mikey.
Mikey likes it.
I am so happy that the Academy got this one right, Jenni. Her performance was so wonderful. And I think even, this is so dumb, but for me, like, there are times when you haven't seen an actor or actress speak, like in an interview, and you find out they have a different accent. Like it happened to me with Idris Elba, because I had only known him from The Wire and The Office. And Andrew Garfield, every time I hear him speak, I forget that he has an accent. But in this case, when she accepted her award, which, no notes, her acceptance speech was also perfect. You know, she's just a girl from LA. And so her accent and Honora became more impressive. Her performance became more impressive. If you haven't seen Honora, check it out. Or don't. There's sexual content, if you're not into that sort of thing. But good for Mikey Madison. Happy about this win. Thank goodness. Academy got it right. Back to you, Tim and Jenni.
All right.
Moving on to original screenplay.
Best original screenplay. Our nominees are Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, The Substance.
My feedback here is similar to original screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost unheard of.
Adapted screenplay.
Oh, sorry. Yes, adapted. It's almost unheard of for a writing credit to go to a film that doesn't get a Best Picture nom.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's hands down A Real Pain. Like, no question.
Yeah.
But it didn't get a Best Picture nom.
I got very sad when I looked at this list because I know that I can't pick a real pain. But
I'm picking it.
You are?
I am.
You're going in?
I feel strongly. Sometimes you got to just go with what you believe.
Okay.
And
then we're going with A Real Pain.
I believe it deserves it. So that's what I'm going with.
If it doesn't, what that's our lock in. We're locking that in. Now what's the favorite, do you think, out of this bunch? The Brutalist?
I think it comes down to what's going to win Best Picture.
Yeah.
The Best Picture winner wins this category as well.
Well, then So there's only 3 that carry over.
I think Best Picture, in my opinion, is down to Honora and The Brutalist. Why, you got something else?
No. I just that confused me for a second, just because The Substance isn't winning Best Picture.
No.
Period. So then I was like, oh, okay. Well, let's
can put a pin in this.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I strongly believe that A Real Pain should win.
Yeah.
And you can't always use historical data to determine current selection.
Yeah.
But it is unheard of for this to go.
If the Academy is doing their job, they are picking the best one, and that is A Real Pain, because it absolutely is.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't do their job, and sometimes they suck.
I know. I have a feeling I'm going to be upset about that one.
Yeah, I'm going to be so mad.
Well, this one was a bummer, to be sure, but a pleasant surprise for Honora. Again, I really adored Honora. Right after I saw it, I really was hopeful that it could be kind of maybe a dark horse to win. It appeared to be at the time that I saw it. And so this was obviously the first of many to come for the night for Honora and for Sean Baker. So obviously when this won, we were a little disappointed, but I think in retrospect, wow, Sean Baker had an awesome night. But a shame that Jesse Eisenberg couldn't get this one. I think that would have been so well deserved. Again, a real pain. Please watch it. Please watch it and give it the attention it deserves. It's a great film. So back to you, Tim and Jenny.
Okay. Director now?
Yeah.
All right. On to directing. For directing, we have Sean Baker for Honora, Brady Corbet, The Brutalist, James Mangold, A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard, Amelia Perez, The Substance. Help me out with that one.
Coralie F. Coralie.
Forget.
Okay, anyways. All right, so here we are once again with correlation between Best Picture.
Yes.
You gotta save Best Picture for last,
right,
because that's how the night ends.
Uh-huh.
But correlation between Best Director and Best Picture, historically, 100% aligned. Recent years, there has been a lot.
Yeah, there's been a few more like mismatches, right?
Right. Argo, right?
Fuck yourself.
Argo, fuck yourself. That's what Ben Affleck was saying all the way to the stage because he wasn't even nominated.
Right.
That was a big
Yeah.
upset. I am going with Sean Baker on this one. Honora. Will win, should win, want to win. Final answer.
Honora, I felt like Honora was, I'm interested to hear you say that only because Honora was, I thought, like one that I was going to root for and it wasn't going to win anything. But I also thought when we watched Honora that it would be the most graphic movie of the season, and I was very wrong. Both The Brutalist and The Substance were pretty aggressive with their sexual content.
Yeah.
Well, I guess The Substance wasn't sexual content, it was just nudity, but The Brutalist was
Graphic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe hence the name.
oh, brutal. I see. Oh, smart.
Somebody should give that guy an Oscar.
Yeah, I'm going to Nora. I'm going to lock in Nora. And I think I will be. I'll just be upset in the sense that what I wanted didn't win, but The Brutalist, Brady Corbet, he deserves the win.
He
if
could
he gets
win.
It. Yeah.
I mean, you should go with your heart.
No, my heart is Honora.
Oh, got
my
it.
heart is Honora.
Got it.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be bummed if The Brutalist won, other than I'd just be bummed that Honora didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I won't be upset.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
If The Substance wins, I'm never watching the Academy Awards ever again.
Well, Sean Baker again. And as Jenny foreshadowed throughout this episode, this was the time in the night that we kind of knew what was going to happen with the Best Picture. I mean, what an incredible, life-changing night for Sean Baker. And again, well-deserved. Loved Honora. And what you're going to see in this episode is what happens. This is kind of like a window into what happens when I'm taking a test, watching me battle it out between my heart and my brain. So a little foreshadowing there. Back to you, Tim and Jenny. been awfully quiet. What's going on with that? I mean, well, you said that you could sit in it. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we should move on to Best Picture.
Okay.
Are we locking in Sean Baker?
Sean Baker.
I feel like we should move on to Best Picture, because most of the time there is heavy correlation, right?
Yes.
So I feel like we can talk through some of those ones we're unsure of.
As a
through
reminder,
this category.
Our Best Picture nominees are Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked. We will not be talking about Dune Part 2 or I'm Still Here because we didn't watch them and
missed those.
We decided that they don't matter.
I actually really want to watch Dune Part
too.
2. It's not winning any Oscars.
Right.
So I wasn't up against a timeline to get it done. I like Dune a lot. It actually could win some of the technical awards, but it's not winning any of the major awards.
Right.
And then I'm sorry, I'm still here. Sorry about it. But okay. So this is the most uncertain Best Picture grouping in a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, Argo was like a huge upset, right? But there's like a front runner.
Yeah.
Even when there's a upset, or Green Book was even when there's an upset, there's still like a front runner where everybody thinks one movie's going to win.
Right.
And then there's an upset.
Yeah.
But it's very divided on what's going to win this year. There is a lot going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was all the drama with Amelia Perez.
Right.
That has basically taken it out of the running completely.
Yep.
Well, it seems that Zoe Saldana is escaping unscathed.
Yes.
But everybody else, everything else involved in the picture is just like written off. From the director to the leading actress, they're all just like, nope, we're not doing it. So they're not getting any awards.
Yeah, that's not the reason that they shouldn't get awards, but they shouldn't get awards, so good.
Also, right, agree.
Right,
it wouldn't have been my pick. But it was a front runner.
Yes,
that's why I bring it up.
Right.
People thought it was a front runner. Yeah. Honestly, if we're being really honest, are they just using all this drama as an excuse because they just really didn't like the movie?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's be honest. So since the last episode, we watched A Complete Unknown.
Yes.
I have a complicated relationship with A Complete Unknown.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie, but I've seen it before, and that made me very frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where Timothée Chalamet and I forget her name, who's playing Joan Morgan something. I can't remember what her name is. Anyways, they're singing on stage, and I literally was like, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
This is in Walk the Line.
Yeah.
And later they go on to sing a duet that's in Walk the Line.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was, I'm not talking about that scene.
Yeah.
It was a different scene. And I was just like, I've seen this
scene
before.
I think the reason for that, and I'm kind of thinking of this right now because we did watch both scenes today, is I think maybe the context we're missing is just that was a very common thing to do, especially they were both in that folk music space.
Yes.
So
I agree with you.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you know this. Tell me if you know this. Same director. Are you all right or wrong? Someone to open each and every door. It ain't me, babe. No, it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
You know, I think at one point when we were talking about this, I had the thought, like, I should go look and see what other movies this guy's or whatever the director has directed, and I never did. So, no, not surprised at all.
When I found that out, I was furious.
Yeah,
I was like, are you kidding me? So, great movie. If I'd never seen Walk the Line, it would be my pick, I bet. I loved it. I thought it was great. The performances were great. The music is awesome.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed too because I wish he would have given it the full walk the line treatment then, because that's what I didn't like about it most was it felt like it made like where Walk the Line or Ray, they really tell you who the person is.
They start in childhood.
And this felt like it made a lot of assumptions that people should know a lot about Bob Dylan, as far as I'm concerned, and Joan Baez for that matter. And I wish it would have shown that so that there was more context for some things. But because it felt like, if you don't know that he was famous for stealing records from house parties and doing things like that, they don't really tell you.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, well, why is he stealing shit?
It's a very specific time frame that they're focusing on.
Yeah.
I do agree with you that perhaps the scenes are really just so perfectly representing the time, and that's why they seem so similar. Because they're accurate representations of.
Well, I wonder
if
the director, when he did Walk the Line, found or in the research at some stage found out about the relationship between Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan, and that's maybe where it started, and maybe that's why it's so formulaic.
Why he wanted to make a complete unknown?
Yeah. And his brain was Walk the Line when he found it, and so then I don't know.
But it's like when you say about True Detective.
Yeah.
If you saw season 2 first.
Right.
If I saw A Complete Unknown first. I think it's better.
Yeah, it is.
But I saw it second.
Yeah.
So sorry about it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Sorry, guy.
I like that. Yeah, I agree. Timothy Chalamet was so good. Edward Norton was so good. Mm-hmm. I forget Joan Baez's real name, but
I feel
also
bad. I'd never heard of her before.
So
MB.
Good. Yeah.
Also, It Ain't Me, Babe. I had no idea that was a Bob Dylan song until I watched this movie.
Oh.
I had no idea. I was like, oh, no shit. That's a Bob Dylan song?
Yeah.
So you learned something.
Yeah. The reason that I know that that's a Bob Dylan song is in Blow.
I mean, you say I'm an outlaw, you say I'm a thief, but where's the Christmas dinner for the people on relief? Huh? You say you're looking for someone who's never weak but always strong, to gather flowers constantly, whether you were right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe, huh?
And I had to look up what it was. Yeah. Yeah, Bob Dylan, man. He's a productive man.
So that's my feedback on A Complete Unknown.
Yeah.
We just watched The Brutalist this morning. You already kind of referenced. I was a little disengaged in the first section. There's 3 sections or 4 sections.
Yeah.
The first section was a little slow moving for me. I appreciate it for what it was. It's very likely going to win, but it's not my pick.
It's as exciting as a movie you can make about an architect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much more you can do.
I like the music.
The music
was amazing.
The music was good. The shots were great.
I loved Conclave when we watched it, but I feel like this is a perfect example of recency.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just, not at the front of the pack, you get forgotten.
Yep.
I feel like Conclave is going to get forgotten. And Wicked is obviously just on there because they expanded up to 10, and they want to get blockbusters in there.
Right.
Love Wicked. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to win, a different award, not an Academy Award, Best Picture. Nickel Boys. I also am upset that Sing Sing's not on this list.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been on this list.
Stop talking about Sing Sing.
It should have been. It deserved to be on this list, but it's not.
Okay.
So I think Nickel Boys should win. Nickel Boys is my pick for sure for the best film of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to win.
That's not your lock-in. That's
not my lock-in.
That's your fave.
That's my pick, though.
What's your... Yeah.
My lock-in is Anora. I think it's down to Anora, The Brutalist, and Conclave.
Do you know, might I ask, when do the votes or when do they cast the votes? Like, is that a known thing? Like, they're
Yeah, there's a deadline. I don't know when it was, but
Oh.
I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
a couple weeks ago?
Very recent. And it's also rank choice is a very important thing when
Yeah.
determining Best Picture, is that if enough people vote
Oh,
2 or 3.
The Brutalist final answer. I'm locking in The Brutalist is going to win. So, and then from that, the order of what I would want, though, would be Anora, and then it would go Nickel Boys, and then Conclave is how I would organize my kind of top that I like.
Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, A Real Pain,
You're being a real pain
then Anora.
talking about Sing Sing.
I mean, for me, the top films, for sure, my top 3 films of the year were Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, and A Real Pain.
Yeah. Yeah, all good ones. All good ones. All right. So should we review again what we've got for locked in?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So,
Let's start with Best Picture.
okay, go backwards.
Yeah.
So, for Best Picture, you've locked in Nora.
Begrudgingly.
I've locked in The Brutalist. May the odds be ever in your favor.
And also with you.
Okay, where are we headed next? Director?
Director.
Okay.
So this is where I'm picking Sean Baker in alignment with my pick for Anora.
Yep, and I'm picking Bradley Corbet in alignment with my pick of The Brutalist.
May the odds not be ever in your favor.
Oh, wow.
Suck it, Trebek.
Mm-hmm.
Original screenplay.
Original screenplay.
I'm still sticking with A Real Pain.
Yep.
It's risky, but I'm sticking with it.
Okay. A Real Pain.
What about you?
Yeah, we were both on A Real
Oh,
Pain. Yeah.
I didn't
we're
know
just
if you were sticking with it.
Oh, yeah. Sticking.
okay.
Sticking. I'm locked on all mine. I'm just recapping here.
Okay.
Actor.
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody. We locked in on that.
Locked in.
Don't even mention it. Don't say it. I know you want to say it.
Coleman Domingo.
Stop it.
Coleman Domingo is my pick. Sing Sing. Seen it? You're going to love it.
I can't. Yeah.
You're going to love it. I'm really sorry. I thought we were only supposed to watch all the best pictures.
Oh.
And we were running out of time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Out on the road, watching movies behind my back. Actress in a leading role. We both were in alignment on Mikey Madison.
Mikey Madison.
And I apologize if I miss on Demi Moore, but I really do believe that if Demi Moore wins, she is winning kind of as a
Lifetime Achievement
Award.
Yeah.
And I do think that she's deserving of that.
Yeah.
But I don't want her to win for
I'm not
this.
going to be mad at you.
No, I know. I know.
I won't be mad at you at all.
All
I'm
right.
making my own choices.
I know. It was just on me to do that. It was just hard to focus on the performance because there were a lot of boobs and a lot of monsters.
Sounds like a country song.
Didn't feel like one. Okay, where are we at next? Now we go to adapted screenplay.
Adapted.
You said Sing Sing.
I picked Sing Sing for this.
Yes,
No. That's what I wanted to win.
Oh, that's what
I
you
picked
wanted.
Conclave.
Conclave. Yes.
Although I really want Nickel Boys. Oh, this is a tough one for me.
I'm going Nickel Boys. I'm switching.
Yeah, I'm going Nickel Boys.
Nickel
too.
Boys. Let's lock that
Let's
in.
lock
Let's
it
go.
in. Locked in. Nickel Boys.
Nickel Boys.
So
Let's do
good.
this.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good. All right. And last two, we've got actor in a supporting role. Kieran Culkin. We locked in on this. This one
Locked
doesn't
in.
need much attention.
Locked in.
That one is good. And last but not least, you've got Zoe
Zoe.
locked in.
Locked
I'm
in.
sticking with Felicity Jones. I really think if it's not going to go to Ariana Grande, then I think Felicity Jones deserves it most. Mostly because, like I said, Zoe's cheating. Giving a leading lady performance and the whole thing and
I hear you.
getting in this category,
I hear
scooping
ya.
it up.
I
you
hear
know?
you. So, Thursday afternoon
Mm-hmm.
was at a work happy hour.
Mm-hmm.
And someone that I just met recently asked me what I was doing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nothing really, other than the Oscars are on Sunday. oh, she's like, oh, you just like watch for the red carpet and like best dressed. And I was like, no, not at all. Like, I love movies. I love the Oscars. And she was like, huh, you love movies. What a fun fact. And I literally almost died. I'm like, yeah, me and the rest of America. Like, what? How is that a fun fact? But I do. I love movies.
Yeah.
I love the Oscars. It's such a fun night.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited to go put our costumes
Yes.
on and head out to our party.
Yes, we won't say what our costumes are. We'll just put up a picture, and people can try to guess and see what if they know who we
I
are.
think they're going to know. It's pretty obvious.
As promised, here's a picture of our costume. Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes.
All right. Well, should we go put on our costumes?
Let's go put on our costumes.
All right.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're funny. You're a good singer. I only worry about your relationship with Bubbles a little bit. Isn't she smart? Jenni, aside from going with her heart on a real pain and our Nickel Boys debacle, Jenni had you covered. Unfortunately, the pre-show aired after the Oscars, so she didn't really have you covered. Me, not so much. Couldn't decide between Honora and the Brutalist, and I went with the Brutalist because I thought I was being smart. Although the Brutalist is very good. I would agree with Jenni. You have to be in the right headspace to watch it. It is long, but it is a fascinating story, and it's very well done. And Adrian Brody really was spectacular. So give it a watch, or don't, because it's too long. I understand. This was a great year. Obviously, The Substance is terrible. I look forward to seeing I'm Still Here and Dune 2. You know, Jenni would tell you that her favorite are Real Pain, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. Still haven't seen Sing Sing. Stop bringing it up, I said. It's fine. I would be the same on A Real Pain. I think I do put Honora as my number 2, and I would go Brutalist number 3 for me this year. But I liked everything but The Substance. So, but you should watch The Substance. It's a wild ride. It's not good, but it's a ride. So, check it out if you haven't. Should we check on the kids? Were you drinking again? Okay.